Hello, and welcome to a 30-minute movement class. We're going to shake everything up. This is full body, and the truth is, it won't feel that different than some of our other upper and lower body classes in the same vein. And that's because we always use our full body. The cadence of this class is going to be kind of standing down on the mat, standing down on the mat. So if you're that sometimes that's helpful for folks to know. I am going to suggest 2 blocks just for one of our movements. It's going to make it a little bit more available. If it doesn't work for you, if you don't have blocks, skip the blocks and just modify the movement in a way that works for you a little bit better. Final note, 2 more notes. I've got my shoes on. I like shoes. Even if we don't do a lot of jumping, we'll do just a couple jumping jacks today. And then I love some music when we're doing fitness. So I am going to play my music quietly so that you can't hear it, unfortunately. That way I can upload my video to YouTube safely. So that is the story. We're going to start standing. Go ahead and land or set your music while I do the same. And then go ahead and just kind of find a place to be. Maybe just do a little patting into each foot, excuse me. And then I want the swing to kind of come into your rib cage. Just feeling how you feel today. Do this for a couple more moments. Then go ahead and lift your heels and drop them down. So just a little reverberation through the body. Let the shoulders kind of join in. So the shoulders lift at the same time as the heels, and then everything just drops. And so I've kind of named these classes Shake for the sense of this shaking off. Shaking off what you carried with you today, the conversations you've had, the stuff on the to-do list. And we're just here to move our body. We're not here to do any of that other stuff. Go ahead and do one more. And then bring it only into the shoulders. Do some really kind of dedicated shoulder rolls. One direction. And then go ahead and roll the other way. And then go ahead and bring your arms open in shoulder rolls. So now same thing, shoulder rolls, but with straight arms. One direction. Other direction, go. Good. Go ahead and bring those hands right in front of your heart. Kind of shake the arms out to the sides. Shaking off that communication, the texts, the emails. Forward. Maybe you wrote a letter. Maybe you had to write something, sign something today. And then down. Like you got some water on those hands. So we're going to dive right in with arms right away. Set your feet up for what will be a little mini squat. Doesn't have to be big. We're going to start with the arms just to kind of land. Reach the arms up like a V. Pull them in. So you're kind of making this V. And then expand, turn the palms back, and you're going to kind of push back. So it's down, back, down, back, down, back. So just do this with the feet grounded for a little bit. We want to make it, we're going to build on. And as we do, we want to make it available. When things feel really complicated out there, Can we be really simple with our body even when being challenging? Good. We're going to bring it in, down to a squat, and then back. So the arms don't change. We're just linking it up with the legs. And you don't have to go so low. Kind of feels good for me to go low. I've been sitting all day. So same thing. We're just going to kind of sit with this for a moment before we add one more layer. Start to deepen your breath. If any kind of challenge starts to come in with the movement, see if you can spread it around. Doesn't have to live just in the shoulders or just in the forearms or hips. All right, we're going to add one more layer. Everything is an option. So down, up, down, up, down, up. This is to the side. Keep going. Continue a few more. So let the kind of distraction of adding in the legs, that balance, take away from your shoulders, your forearms. Okay, we're going to back it up and change it up. So squat, lift, squat, forward. Squat, lift, squat, forward. Squat, opposite side. Squat, forward. Squat, switch. Squat, forward. Keep going. Let it be a little messy. Keep going. Couple more. Let's do one more each side. That's it. Stand. Let it be what it needs to be. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Move into a downward dog. Pedal it out. Good. And then move forward. We're going to go right into some mountain climbers. Doesn't have to be super fast. I'm not running. If you need a modification, knee down, kick back. Couple more. Good. Drop your knees. Go ahead and sit on your heels if that's available. You just take the hands behind the back, interlace. Give a little moment to the neck and the wrists. Switch the grip. Same thing. And then we're just going to take those wrists, make fists, and kind of stir. So we're opening up the chest a little bit. It's like if you've got two big old vats of soup behind you, and then you want to stir them the other direction. Keep going. Good. Go ahead and come forward. This is where we're going to use a block. So again, if you don't have blocks, don't stress about it. You might be just fine. Otherwise, maybe you don't touch the ground and you do this more standing. You're going to come into like a squat about the feet set up for a squat about the width of your mat. So you can just come into that squat. Doesn't need to be super low like a yogi squat, but you want to get a little depth. So you're going to, from here, and the hands are just here on the blocks for stability and a lift away from the ground. So you can drop in. You're going to extend the right leg up, drop it back into a little lunge, return into a squat, and then left leg up, like kind of like a standing split. Come in, squat, right leg, lunge, squat, left leg, lunge, squat, right leg, lunge, squat, left leg, lunge, squat. You just keep going. Let the legs build some heat. This is a little longer. Let it be, kind of be in it for a little bit. Good, go ahead. Just move those blocks out of the way. Drop into some squats. Upright. Kind of flushing that all out. Good, go ahead and stand right in the middle of your mat. Just pause for a moment. Let the heat, let the energy, let the change happen. Half jacks. Open, center, open, center, open, center, open, center. Keep going. And I want you, just like before, I want you to drop into this a little bit. Even if you know you like jumping jacks, you want to do those in a minute, that's fine. But right now, we're just going to kind of be here in the repetition. Good. Let's go center. Full jacks if you want them. No pressure. Keep going. A few more. Good. Next time your feet are out wide, land them wide or step them out. Toes out, heels in. Drop into kind of a goddess. You can move around if you need. We're going to add in the arms a little bit. So we're just going to kind of hold this shape in the legs. I want you to take the arms and kind of open like a big hug. Big hug. Then I want you to kind of tilt them. So the left waist is kind of tucked in. And then we're going to just do big crocodile chomps. That same direction. So you can kind of drop the seat a little bit. So you can keep going like this. If you want, you can pull that top elbow back. So in this case, it's my right arm at the top. And this is something we'll repeat soon. So you might want to kind of feel it now. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So make that hug shape over to the other side. Little cinch of the waist. Just start by really making the alligator chomp. Good, and then add that shoulder pull into it. Good, last two. Good, come up through center. Little swishing hips side to side. And then land, and you're going to lift just your right heel. Pulse. Maybe arms go forward. Maybe you kind of mobilize through the spine, even though the legs kind of have to be a little still. Maybe you add the arms. About 10 more, you can do it. Good, drop that heel, lift the other one. And you got a different kind of arms, like a swim. This is where the music helps. I'm listening to the same playlist. I have linked below this video, FYI. A few more. Good. Drop it down. Good. Straighten it up. Lengthen it out. Go ahead and fold over your legs. Transition to hands and knees. So we're going to do a very simple flow on just one side, and then we'll switch it up to the other side. So let's have right hand down, right knee down, left foot behind. Let's just start with left hand up. So you're in a half side plank. And actually, I'm feeling that I'm just on the crease of my mat, and that doesn't feel so good. I'm like kind of wobbly. So I'm going to move so I'm truly on my mat. Do the same. So here you are, half side plank, knee down. So now just a couple times, I want you to repeat that shoulder move we did in those crocodile arms. So you're going to pull your elbow down and kind of open your heart. Let's do that 3 more times. Good. So we'll just do that once. And the flow is downward dog to this position, arm pulling back. So let's just dive in. Downward dog. Right knee drops. Pull it back. Downward dog. Right knee drops. Pull it back. Dog. Side plank. Dog. Side plank. Keep going. Gonna do 2 more. And we're gonna switch right into our other side. Not even thinking about it. Good, so drop that left knee. Right foot down. Side plank. And then 4 shoulder pulls. Good. Downward dog. Side plank. Dog. Side plank. Side plank. Keep going. Keep going. A couple more. Let's do 2 more. Good, last one. Take a pause. Do that same kind of stirring the soup behind you. So it's like the soup bowls are truly a little bit behind you. And then stir the other way. Good. Come on through center. We're going to come back onto I'm going to choose forearms because we've been on those wrists and I've got these blocks, so I'm going to choose those. If you don't have blocks, just 2 forearms on the ground. If you prefer flat hands, fine. So we're going to come back with the knees so they're truly underneath your hips. And then kick, knee in, kick, knee in. This is it. We're just kicking. Last one. We're just going right into the other side. Don't even think about it. Kick, down, kick, down. So my knee is really just kind of swinging to where it would land. It's not actually landing. Keep going. Last one. Nice. Go ahead and just land in a child's pose or something close to it. We've got one more strong thing. Land on your back. So on your back, we're going to keep the head down. We're going to make sure the torso is long. And then legs up. And I always feel like I need to lengthen just a little bit more. And then you don't need to overflex your feet, but they should just be part of the equation. And you're going to bring one heel towards the ground and the other. And we're very intentionally starting super simple. The good news is this doesn't get much more complicated. We'll add one layer a little later. But I want it to feel very accessible. Because essentially, what we're doing is the act of walking. Walking in a way that we do every day. We're being a little more intentional. It's obviously more active in the core. But the same movement is how we get around most days. So let it subtly dig into your core a little bit. Allow it to be subtle when you start to notice that activation, where you're feeling it, where the muscles are working. Good. So the only layer we're adding is to make it faster, so it's a scissors kick, meaning you're not waiting for one leg to lift before lowering the other, and all of a sudden, wow, I feel that. So we won't be in this stage too long. If it's too much, you back up, slow it down. But if you are doing this one, or either one, rather, really, just feel that heat really kind of start to generate in the core. Keep breathing. A few more. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Ground the feet. Just take a moment. Feel that energy spread out. Go ahead and lift your feet up. Move the knees all the way to the ground. On the left side. Turn your chin to the right. Let everything kind of digest, unwind. Good. Right knee, left knee. Both legs over to the right. Turn to the left. Take one more breath. Good. Come through center. Land with your feet on the ground. Hands can kind of go to your thighs. Take a couple deep breaths. And hopefully you feel a little more clean and clear from where you began. Just you, your body, yourself. That's what we need. That's what gives us direction, clarity, presence. All the other gunk will come back tomorrow probably, and then you shake it off again. Thank you so much for being here.